door's open. Oh. Oh. What just happened? I pressed the button. Anyway, before the episode starts, hey, it's just Okami coming to you real quick. You may notice that my audio in this episode, and I believe the next one as well, is kind of echoey. And that's because I did not realize that the monitoring on OBS was on, and I had to turn it off. And once I figured it out, but
all right, are y'all ready for some Delta Green?
Yep.
Let's do it. Let's do it to it.
All right. We left off last time with you all in the safe house in the middle of Seattle after getting back from dealing with the mercenaries that were hired to deal with anything and everything connected, apparently, to Tybalt Greaves after his unfortunate demise. They blew up a mall to get rid of some detectives, and when they failed to get rid of them completely, they tried to kill her by shooting at her while she was at a Qdobo, only sending her into a chemically induced coma by the hospital itself. You then used CCTV to track them down and murder 2 of them, keeping one of them alive. Unfortunately, keeping the wrong one alive. But you guys did get some information. You then called in a clean team, and they went in, cleaned everything up, did whatever it was that they had to do to her. And you all went back with what information you were given after also being told not to dig into anything having to do with some of the information that Quinn found. And this caused an internal turmoil with Yuri because you guys were given this job. And then once he started digging into Justin Croft, and you guys were told by your handler, stop looking into this. When you guys got back to your safe house, you guys discussed it, and you agreed for now to table that and focus on everything else around it. So what you did was you decided to start looking into the other 2 people from this detective agency. Those being, hold on, I have their names here somewhere. Ted Belton, who is the guy you guys are going to see, and Deneau. And from what you know about Deneau, he's not even worth talking to because he went on a fishing trip a few days before this all even happened, and he is probably unaware that any of this even happened, while Ted Belton is still in the area at his home. And that's where we left off, with you guys starting your plan on what you guys were going to do upon getting to him. You were getting all your things together, you laid out everything you got from the Mercs safe house, and you have pipe bombs, you have extra ammunition, you have extra guns. Yuri got an extra sniper rifle that he could use. And I open the scene up to you guys, as the camera zooms back in through the ceiling of this safe house and centers on all 3 of you surrounding this table full of weapons and munitions as you guys are discussing going to talk to Ted Belton from Belton Wells, the detective agency. Deneau, Belton and Wells Detective Agency. You all have the floor.
Was the detective agency the one it was going to be in Washington D.C.? That's where we were gonna head.
No, that was the law office, and that was in control of all the finances of both Potential Holding, which is like this weird company that is like, for some reason that law firm is just at the center of everything. They're related to Greaves' house. They're related to the attack on Wells. They're related somehow to Justin Croft and Robert Ortega.
I think Yuri would be at this point, if this is the lead that we've decided that we're going to follow down, he would convey it to the team. It's like, okay, if this is plan, this is plan. We will investigate. We will get the final answers, and we will close book on chapter. Yes, and I go back home and do my stuff. You go back home and do your stuff. Happy, go lucky. I don't see you anymore today. Happy good day, right?
Not seeing more of you sounds good right now.
Good. I'm glad to agree. And then he looks at Mr. T and he goes, how you feel about this idea? Is it good par with you? Yes.
I'm fine with whatever. I'm exhausted at this point. Just get shit done and over with.
All right, let's pile in car. You got address for me? We will
Hold on 1 second.
we will do what's necessary. Okay.
Yeah, Imogen is wide awake, just screaming.
And nobody's just passed out.
Nana said one of them sleeps really good and one of them like fights it. Is it the one that fights it? No.
They both only had like a 30-minute nap today, so they should be tired.
Being overtired though can make them fight it so much harder.
She's just sitting there. I'll keep a watch on her. We could keep going, baby camera. But keep going.
All right, I guess we will pile everything in car and do what we need to go to place and make sure that we can take care of the situation if necessary. And he looks back over to April and he goes, lethal force is necessary. Copacetic?
Has that ever been off the table?
Not with me, never.
Didn't think so.
All right, let's pack up and get everything going. We have to make sure that we are on the DL, as the kids say. I learned this one. The kids say the DL, but we pack up. We go over there. We have sidearms maybe ready. From there, we may end up going someplace else. So, Mr. T, grab your tech gear. We may need that. If you need anything for your specialty, Shuttle Fox, I suggest you bring that as well. I am the specialist in my field. Weapons are my specialty, so I'm no worry. Sound good? Everybody good? Definitely. He's definitely taking. He's probably gonna leave the lower grade sniper rifle at in the car, but he's probably gonna pack maybe 1 or 2 sidearms on him. And maybe a grenade, because you never know when you might need a grenade. Besides that,
talk to it.
hey, I mean, why does Shadow Fox need a chainsaw with a child?
You're not wrong. That is definitely something that happened. You're not wrong there. You didn't.
Ava's not gonna grab anything else. She keeps her dagger on her, and she got the handgun off of that guy when she searched him. So probably just ammo for that, and that'd be it. And she's gonna head outside and pop in the car and start smoking. Are you grabbing anything, Mr. T?
Yeah, all my shit. My computer and stuff, laptop, all my gear.
No weapons?
I just have my pistol, I think.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of weapons on the table.
Yeah, you guys do have extra munitions. A few
Yeah,
extra sidearms, some pipe bombs, extra ammo.
I'll grab extra ammo and another pistol. I'm not really good with a lot of firearms besides pistols, I guess.
No, that's not specialist. Never sent into the mission field to hunt down the bad kakuis and the boogeymen and the El Chupacabras.
I just realized I can't remember what time of day it is. I think it's the morning. 10 o'clock.
I think we got back and we went to sleep.
Well, you guys didn't like get a full rest. You guys like took a nap, but I can't
Yeah.
remember what time it was. What time it was? So I'll just say.
Hey, can you crank your volume up?
I'll just say.
Whose
that
volume?
If it's wasn't the morning, you guys would wait till the morning to go and do this.
Yeah, gives us time to prep well, but also like chill because we've been through a lot within especially the past 12 hours, dealing with the thing in the morgue, resting, going back, and then doing a gun shootout, and it's been tense.
So you guys pack up everything in your car and you exit out of the safe house. It's the early morning. There are a few people in this cul-de-sac that are out and about. There's a middle-aged blonde woman with, typical shoulder-length haircut, going on a jog while wearing a baseball cap. She waves at the three of you.
Everybody make sure smile.
You guys get in the car, turn it on, revs up, starts purring, that normal engine sound that to you guys is kind of calming because it puts you in a calm because it's leading you to your next lead toward the end of this investigation. But then that Russian radio kicks in, and 2 of the 3 of you are annoyed.
I don't know. Does Mr. T find it annoying?
Unless he can understand Russian, probably.
I don't. I'm pretty. What's the term?
Indifferent.
I have selective hearing. That's it.
Oh.
April's gonna find it annoying, especially because she's already mad at them a little bit, So, for fuck's sake, Muscles, this again? And she's gonna. I want to try to change it.
Then he stops. He goes, "Wait, Do you not know why I listen to news radio? Do you not know? Has it not sunk in yet? Do you not get it? You are what in real life? You are some kind of journalist reporter? That's the vibe I get from you anyway. Here, I listen to radio because radio provides leads. And English, not my first language. So I listen to Russian radio, so if in the event something comes up, I have information. And it's common
Russia?
information. Yeah, not everything is in Russia. This is for Russian speakers who live in the United States.
Well, it sucks.
You know what also sucks? Being in this car with you every time you complain about my radio.
Well,
I
have
am
you ever
asleep.
heard of something called sharing?
When you drive, you pick the station.
Can I try to like turn the volume down and kind of like jam the button so then we have no radio?
You can
Like-
absolutely do that.
All right, what would I have to roll for?
Nothing. You reach forward, you turn the knob down, and as you're turning it, you just push it in.
I want to like jam it so he can't so it's kind of like broke, at least
Trying to
temporarily.
break it.
Yeah. Like I was really pissed. I was really ticked off at them because I was not happy about dropping it, and then the radio, and I'm just in a bad mood. And I feel like April, because she's a lot younger than them, I feel like she sometimes might have like a little bit of temper tantrum.
Second to skill this.
I gotta role play this too. I gotta see if I'm gonna percept that you're going to be a jerk about this. Well, not you, but April's gonna be a jerk about this. The luck perception is a 47.
Or 50 if that's a luck roll. So you would get that feeling that
She's gonna try to
something
mess with my
beside-
radio again.
Yeah. I think this would just be a strength times 5. I don't think this would be a particular skill.
Okay.
Would I be, because I have a feeling she's going to do something, do I have the capabilities to react, to stop it? Because I've done it every single time since before.
You could counter the roll with dexterity times 5.
Okay. So 29 over 40.
That is a success.
Okay.
3.
Technically, she wins because mine is a 6 under 70.
Actually, if you remember, that rule only applies to if you guys have high enough skills to automatically succeed, but I'm making you roll. Just see her reach and your hand goes.
Like smacks it right on the back of the hand, like a good classic like parent. Like, what do you think you're doing?
Do not touch.
Suka, I told you, you do not do these things. I listen to radio. How do you think we get leads before? If you don't want to listen to my stuff, that is fine. You are young. You have MP3 players, all the stuff that you can do. You do not need to mess with. He almost said his name. He's like, you don't need to mess with you. You don't my station.
I didn't have it on me.
Oh, that sounds like a you problem, not a Yuri problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you a
And now
new
that
problem. Yuri, huh?
You say another word, and you won't survive mission.
Come on, tell me what little baby Yuri was like. And she's gonna like kind of wiggle her fingers, like you know how like when you tickle someone in between like their neck and their shoulder.
He quickly pulls out his sidearm and points it at April.
Okay, psycho,
That is-
you win.
And if it would be a persuasion, maybe an There's no intimidation, so it'd be a persuasion roll. But that would be a 33 under 50.
Yeah, that would be an extreme success. Pointing a gun at somebody's face as a persuade is definitely very intimidating.
Do I get to counter it or no?
You can, but he's also pointing a gun at your face. So what would you do to counteract him attempting to intimidate you into not doing what you're trying to do?
I wasn't gonna tell. Can I just try to talk him? Can I just try to like
Talk him down.
like I wasn't gonna say anything. I already knew what your face looked like. Who would I tell? I'm going along with Delta Green literally because they have my family over a barrel. So why would I risk it by telling your name? God, you're not God's gift to mankind. Can I try to persuade him with that?
Go ahead and roll persuade. But just realize he has rolled an extreme success, so you would also have to roll an extreme success, which is any double digits.
It is not. I got a 27 over 73.
Considering that's so low, I will leave it up to Yuri what he does. But he does technically win that roll off.
No, he's very angry. Especially he's angry at himself because he just said his own name.
Okay, what if I level the playing field? I'll give you my name.
I don't want to know your name. I want
Isn't
silence in the
against
store.
an official branch of the government, but as of right now, it's not against the rules, but it is heavily frowned upon, if that makes sense.
And he's so by the book, like he thinks like it's like frowned upon means it's like
It's a big no-no.
it's a big no.
You put away your gun.
April, you should feel honored. April has gotten him so flustered that he broke protocol.
You put the car in reverse, you back out, and you back out right as the camera does, and it fades to black, and then it cuts back in another suburban neighborhood. It's like a drone shot of you going around a corner and stopping right in front of a house. The house that you guys got the number off of Quinn's really good rolls. You've reached your destination.
All right, you. He looks at April. You're better at words than I am. You take point. Mr. T, you're better at listening than I am. Assess everything heard. I have better eyes than most people. As you talk, I will look. I will be stealthy. Let's try to make sure this seems as amicable as possible. And everything will be the copacetic. Yeah?
April's gonna get out of the car, but she's gonna kind of like be grumbling under her breath. Bigger ego than anyone else.
Oh, yeah.
So how are you guys going to go about this as you step out of your vehicle?
So he's giving April point because obviously she with her journalistic desk, she's the talker. She's the person who can get people to break down the barriers. My persuasion
Did I
skills
say
literally
anything yet?
just
Because I think I've muted myself. Did I say something?
about what?
Did I say that I was gonna grumble underneath my breath and say something?
Yeah.
Or no?
You did.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just said you.
I
just
can't
said you
tell because I
grumbled.
keep muting it and unmuting it because I have little kids that are getting up. But
Yeah, we just ignored you.
okay, no, that's fine. I just was like, oh gosh, it's muted now. Did it? Yeah, brain fart.
I took it as a grumble that he probably didn't even pay attention to.
So you guys get out of the vehicle with April at the point, and you guys make your way, get up, and you knock on the silence is eerie.
Try to knock again.
30 seconds pass, and you do hear from inside. It is kind of muffled. Just a moment.
God, how old is this guy?
He's
What
gonna be
cover
fossil
were
fuels soon.
What cover were we using to get in here?
FBI.
Okay.
Janelle was a retired police officer. He's up there. It does not say. So I'm going to say he's probably, mid-50s. He comes to the door, and you do see not too gray, but you see a man with graying hair, receding hairline. He looks a bit disheveled, and he goes, "Yes, how may I be of assistance?"
Hello, sir. I don't mean to inconvenience you today, but my name's Harper Hoover with the FBI, and these are my associates. Might we come in and ask you a few questions, if you don't mind?
Yes, of course. Is this about the bombing? Is Evelyn all right? Come in. And he ushers you guys in without even a second thought. This is about Evelyn, yes? Is she all right? I haven't called today. I should have called the hospital. Please tell me she's all right. And he stands there just staring at you guys, waiting for an answer. As soon as he closes the door, inspecting all three of your faces.
You guys are going to have to talk for a second. Hold on.
Well, you see, we are just here to get information. I hope you understand. Cases. How you saying? It kind of looks to Mr. T and he goes, case is sensitive. Matters are sensitive. I assure you, things fine at the moment, but we are here to get as much information as possible. If you can provide simple. I'm from Russia. I apologize. My English not very good.
Hey, you know what?
It's a foreign exchange program.
All correct at my office.
Yeah.
These are my friends. I've known Evelyn for almost 20 years now. She's basically family. I want these men caught. I need them caught.
Yeah.
Can I put my hand on his elbow and I visited with her at the hospital. She was in tip-top shape. She was getting excellent care. And I'm going to kind of try to guide him to some kind of seating and like kind of sit down with him and like maybe try to pat his hand and be like, but the best way that you can help her is by giving us this information. We're kind of in a hurry.
He looks into your eyes and he can tell that you're telling the truth because of what he's been doing as work for the past 20, 30 years. He is good at reading people. Since I don't actually have a a character sheet for him in particular, I would say that he probably has a very high human, high enough that he would not have to roll for it. He looks in your eyes, and just you saying that, he relaxes a bit and he goes, yes, of course. Follow me. And he leads you into his sitting room. He has a sitting room because it's a kind of upscale house, not like rich, but like middle rich. He's done well for himself, and he sits down on a nice, expensive looking couch, and he goes, yes, take a seat, please. And there's a couple chairs. There's a coffee table. Can I get you a drink before we begin these talks? I have to get some files. I've been doing some research the past few days ever since this happened. Do our files.
Why don't you point me to the glasses, and I'll get the drinks while you grab the files.
Yes, of course. And he motions you toward the kitchen, and he points everything out to you, and he goes, I will be just a moment. I have quite a bit that I need to. He doesn't even finish the sentence, and he just walks off. What about Quinn and Yuri? What are you two doing?
Yuri is kind of doing what he mentioned he was doing. He's not necessarily like listening to the conversation. He's kind of looking around context clues wise, like, hey, you let us in. I'm going to kind of like snoop your stuff while you're talking to my people. And like, hopefully you're talking to my people is going to keep you distracted long enough for you to not notice that I'm kind of like snooping your stuff.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
You're doing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna look for anything like computer wise, like see if there's any computers, cell phones, listening devices. See if I can can I use my phone as
to see?
Yeah, and then also I don't know if I would have a device that would kind of scan to see if there's any hidden cameras or listening devices and stuff like that.
I don't think you would have something like that on you. No, that would be a very specialized device, and I don't think you would have had the time to grab all that sort of equipment unless you could have cobbled it together within the past few days and spare parts. But yeah, you can go ahead and roll search for me as well.
Search.
Did you need my search roll number?
Yes.
It is it's a 71 under 80.
Barely passing. You see all sorts of fancy knickknacks. You see some awards and stuff like that. What was your score, real quick?
I had 42 on under 46.
So both of you just barely nicking by. But yeah, you see all sorts of things. You see awards for the stuff that he's done over the years from the city of being one of the top detective agencies in the area. Let me see if he has, what was his job before then? It tells me. It was founded in 92 by Deneau. This was first from Bonneau's home, and later, for the last 14 years, it was housed in the strip mall, maintained extramarital affairs, leading the office to his partner, Belton. It doesn't say what he did before, but he's basically been managing this business while sending checks to Deneau. So Deneau is very far removed from this. But yeah, you guys see a bunch of rewards for excellence in detective agency, and just a bunch of knickknacks that you would expect to find in an elderly man's house. And you turn on your phone and you do see that he does have Wi-Fi while you're looking around. You do see he has a home computer, very, very basic. Just looking at this thing, you can tell he's old school, and this thing probably runs off of Windows 95 or Windows Vista or something. He has had no need to update his system because he likes things the way they are.
Nothing wrong with that.
Why get Windows 10 and 11 if you know how to use Windows Vista in and out?
But Vista was bad.
Trust me, I know. He probably doesn't care, though.
I hate learning new technology. It makes me panic, so I get it.
I don't like it because sometimes it locks you out from being able to use certain programs. I haven't updated my computer yet because of the fact that it will not let me use my VR headset until they update the app, and they still haven't done that.
I haven't done it because I don't want it messing with my Sims game at all. And everything messes with Sims. Sims is a very picky game.
I don't play Sims, but I can understand that.
Sims, it takes a massive amount of space, and there's a massive amount of stuff. Yeah.
And after a few moments of you guys just, what kind of drinks were you going to get? Were you going to get just water for everybody, or were you going to get coffee? What were you going to do with April?
Now I do think you're muted. May have happened. There may be children amok.
It's still quiet.
No,
Yeah, a
no,
little
we
bit.
can hear you. I think something happened with.
No, I sent a message to him saying that he was quiet earlier. I'm having issues hearing him for some reason.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Those kids again.
Aha! I called it.
I don't know why it would be so hard to hear. I don't have any denoising on anything, not even Discord. My
As a matter
mic
of fact,
turned the hell away.
I have to turn down his mic because he's that loud. Well, at least on my end.
How the hell do you
It's
turn
not
it?
super loud on mine. It's okay, but it's because it's on my phone, which I'm sitting at the computer, but I'm playing Sims. But I just have it tucked in my shirt so I can hear it better.
A second. I'm going to take the pop filter off this mic. Does that help a bit?
It sounds the same to me, but I guess
It
Levi,
sounds the same to me.
Levi would need to answer.
I changed something on my end. I don't know if it helped.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you a lot better.
What about with the pop filter on?
You sound the same. What if it was just...
Maybe after we're done here tonight, I'll mess with the knobs a little bit in a test recording to see if I can balance it out, because I haven't messed with any of the knobs as much as I probably should, but I'll do that later, because I did some test recordings just to make sure I could hear myself before we actually started, and from what I did, it sounds good on the recording based on what it was last time, which was I was super quiet. So, and I have this mic like right up against my face just in case. But anyway, Belton comes back in. And sorry, what kind of drinks were you getting, April? What kind of drinks was April getting? Because he showed you into the kitchen and he just walked away before even finishing a sentence.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of man he is. Like, what kind of, would it be like
You
dusty
see,
glasses I got to wipe?
you see he keeps his, probably has a housekeeper. Everything's pretty immaculate.
Okay.
You find juice. You find, he has a well-stocked refrigerator. He has a Keurig coffee machine. He has tea pods. He has coffee pods. He has a fridge with a water and ice machine. Probably the only thing that's outdated in this house is his computer.
Okay. I'll get a coffee for Yuri, a Coke for Mr. T, water for me, and assuming the guy has like liquor, maybe like half a glass of bourbon. Like, cause he seems a little wound up, like stressed.
Yeah, that probably would help. So you come back in with a platter with these 4 glasses on it. You set it down. He comes back in with a box full of files, and he sets it down. And yes, after what happened, I couldn't help myself. I went back into the detective mode. I haven't done it in so long. Basically, since I hired Evelyn. What in particular are you all looking for? That way I know where to start with all this, because it is, as he motions toward the box, this is a lot. That doesn't make sense. Where would you like me to start? Because these men that attacked my family, and I do consider Evelyn family, I want them caught, and I want them put away, and I do not care with what methods they have attacked my business and my family. I will do whatever I need to.
What do you know about the men? And do you know who they were working for? Do you know why Stu would be involved with them?
My business was bombed to the ground, and then one of my closest confidants was shot and is now in a coma. I can only assume that they're going to be coming after me as well. But you were asking what she was looking into, yes? And he starts rifling through the files, and he pulls out paperwork on this high-paying client that Evelyn was in charge of. And he just slaps the file on, and you guys immediately recognize the name. Hold on one second. There's something like in my throat. And the name you see on the front of this file, Potential Holdings. This company that Evelyn was working with, they were being a little bit too generous. I do not recall right off the top of my head, and I could not find it in the files, what kind of surveillance, the address of the person that they wanted her to look into recently. But it was some sort of retired geneticist. I suspect my detective agency stumbled into some sort of intelligence operation. It was beyond our capabilities. That's why after what happened, I deep dived. I found this, and he pushes the file over to you guys. And upon opening it, you see that the only address for Potentia is in Washington, D.C. Just skimming through it, you see that they reported $300 million in income last year. And it has a single employee. And this differs from information that you guys have gotten before, which was that the only employee for this was someone from the law firm Marcus Silverman and Green. But it says that the only employee is PhD Robert Justin Ortega. And Beltson's notes on Ortega are brief, but interesting. We see that he owns a company called Ansile Inc., which from Quinn's fantastic roles earlier, you guys already know this, but you see he has it written down as well. They were a Department of Defense contractor, which produced a next-generation Titanite weave body armor that's supposedly 2 times stronger than Kevlar and half the weight. And really quick, what are your guys' skills for occult, archaeology, or history, if you have any of those?
I have a 70 for occult.
You don't even have to roll it. As soon as he says it, something just pings in your mind. That Ansile is the name of the shield of the god of war Mars. And they created something called Titanite Weave, as if Ortega knew exactly what he was going to create, and he had the ability to create it already. And you look at your 2 cohorts upon seeing this, and you guys look back at the files and start deep diving, and he starts going into everything and starts telling you that everything, it doesn't make sense, because post office is paid by some law firm called Marcus Silverman and Green, and I have the address for that, and he gives you the address, which you guys already had. It was 1090 A Street in Washington, D.C., and they have been calling my agency from the private line of Aaron Silverman, a lawyer that works there. I've assembled the Social Security numbers, all involved, because it was a lot of fun deep diving back into this. And he slides over their Social Security numbers of all 3. He slides over printouts of the driver's licenses of all 3.
Is he, I'm guessing he's not a character that we can persuade to
You can
join us?
persuade him, absolutely. There's no issue with that.
Just because he's got a lot of skill, specifically in investigating, and you know what I mean?
Mhm.
He might be helpful to call up for information or leads, or to dig dirt if we can't get it, if signal's blocked or something from Mr. T.
Yeah. You can go ahead and roll persuade. This will be a roll off. I don't exactly have a character sheet for him because he didn't have a character sheet in the BTT on roll 20.
Is it okay? So a 3 and a 00 is a
That's a 3.
It's a 3. Okay. I don't know if that's good or bad.
It would have been extremely good if I had not just rolled a 22. You were just trying to.
That's a critical.
You were just trying to get his phone number in case you needed to contact him again or something.
Yeah.
Go on.
If we could reach out to him again, and if he'd be interested, on helping us out.
With all due respect to you and your fellow federal agents, I believe you would be able to find my phone number, no issue. But I will not keep a little bit of my privacy and not give you my cell phone number, but you may have access to my home phone number if you could get that from your.
Right.
And just so you are aware, I am, if you had not seen them already, Miss Harper, you said your name was?
Harper, yeah.
I have hired some men to protect Evelyn at all times until this whole matter is resolved. The cost is, I think, exorbitant, but to keep her safe, I will spend all my money.
What about keeping you safe?
After me yet, but when they do, I will be ready. I actually plan on I got in contact with Aaron, my partner, and he said that he would hold me up in his condo in Florida until this matter resolves. I just wanted to make sure that any and all business was taken care of before I went out that way to protect myself. I wanted to make sure that Evelyn was protected at all times as well.
That's really kind of you.
None of this makes sense. I don't know why they were paying this company was paying her so much to look into this retired scientist, and from what I can see, she didn't find anything. It's odd. Why would they need, from just my research and on what happened at the mall, they They would have needed a military-grade explosive to blow up the mall like they did. I know everybody uses it in media all the time now, but something like a large amount of C4, along with some sort of thermite device of something. And that concerns me. That concerns me greatly.
It concerns you greatly.
So you must be.
Do you have any more questions for this gentleman? She's asking the guys.
I don't have a question. No question here.
I don't have any.
Everything this guy has given you guys has shown you that Potential Holding, Robert Ortega, and the law firm of Marcus Silverman and Green is at the center of everything. Because you've found every possible lead from Quid's good rolls to talking to this man, to diving through files, to talking to it was Lisa, right? From talking to Lila Maston. Everything kind of culminates with this law firm based out of D.C. And that tells you guys one thing for absolute certainty. You're going to have to charter a plane to the other side of the country.
I guess we'll be going now, and if in the event that you come up with any more information, something comes to mind, he hands him a card with a green triangle on there. He says, "Don't hesitate to reach out."
You have Delta Green business cards on you?
Yeah, that's what I gave the morgue dude.
That's right, you did. He takes it from you and he looks at it. He looks back up at you three. Yes. He looks back down at you. Yes, of course. Whatever you say. And he turns it over. What does it say on the back? Is it just the number?
It's just a number.
Yes. And he finally picks up that glass of whiskey while staring at the card, and he downs that. How many fingers did you put in there? To like 1 shot, 2 shot, 2 fingers of whiskey? Like, I'm guessing it was like a whiskey glass too.
Probably like 3. It was like, yeah, it was like close to half. Go.
He downs it in one. He just, while staring at the card, just like a shot, just is. All I could tell you is, whatever's going on, this law firm is at the center of it, and you should go and speak to them. Yes, that would be my recommendation.
Thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. And if you have any problems, don't hesitate to reach out.
Actually, kind of hoping.
Will do. She's lucky to have you. And she's going to kind of give him a little salute, and then she's going to walk towards the car.
As you guys exit, you guys walking down this immaculate driveway actually, not even the driveway, because it's kind of like a walkway, like a stone walkway with small little stones and larger stepping stones surrounded by, it's not even regular grass. It's like creeping thyme, like a very vibrant purple creeping thyme. It's very pretty going up along it as well. And you guys walk through down this and get into your unmarked car, and the door's right behind you.
All right, we need to go back to Safe House and pack up. And Mr. T, if you could, in the process, on the process of us heading back, if you could get arrangements for our next step, so that way we know what we need to do, that would be grateful. If there's anything you need to do here before we leave, I recommend you do it as quickly as possible. I want to leave Seattle by nightfall.
Call on a favor, please. We can't leave that old man unprotected. You know they're going to come for him. Call on a favor, please.
You have the same access I do.
But you have the status, and I'm a nobody. Please, I'll owe you. You won't hear one more word about the Russian radio.
Yeah, that's bullshit, and you know it.
Please.
He pulls up his phone. He pulls up his phone, and he just types in a code. He basically just gives them the code that he gave out a card, and that this person is of interest to the program. And maybe if they want to keep this person in the program, they will keep him surveilled.
There, right there, in the center. If you guys are watching the stream on YouTube, just bam. Basically, everything I just told you, just summarized, is that he had a bunch of paperwork on Potential Holding, the address, social security numbers, driver's licenses, everything that he could pull up quickly about Potential Holding, and he had it ready to give you guys. He even gave you the files.
So we're driving back, and then just doing as we planned, trying to get our arrangements for
just as before
To get to Washington.
fades out and fades back in with you at the front of your car, pulling up to the camera of as you pull in to the safe house and you get out. Is there any conversation along this drive back other than about having to back up? Because you actually don't
At
really
least-
reach it because it is a safe house.
Yeah, my anti-material rifle. I left at the safe house. Like, I'm going to get my stuff specifically.
Is there anything extra that you're taking with you from it, or are you just leaving everything for future agents? Where are you guys?
I would probably take the stuff I immediately brought with me. Everything else, safe house protocol, it'd be fine. But like, my anti-material rifle is like my entity disposal gun. Like, I'm not gonna just leave that anywhere.
Yeah, I agree. I'd just take the stuff that I had on me, and then like the stuff that I had on me, and the stuff I had brought with me.
Which wasn't much. You guys were just able to pack up a very small amount of items before being able to come on this. Because if you guys remember correctly, you guys were told black car, pull it up, national security, and you guys went on your way before you were put on a plane and dragged here. But you grab what you can and you're off. And you do get a red receipt from your handler that you handed out a card.
Good.
April really liked that dude.
I tried doing my best Sean Connery. It probably wasn't that good. So are you guys going directly to DC?
Yes.
With no issues whatsoever. You guys get on your plane, and within a matter of a few hours, like 4 or 5 hours, it doesn't take that long for this plane to get you guys to a private DC airfield. You land. You guys talk or plan a long way because it's like 3-4 hours of just silence on this plane otherwise.
I'm probably just gonna try to rest up.
Yeah.
What are you doing? It's no flight.
Listen to you guys. Argue if you argue. I'll nap.
So you all rest up, and eventually you get airspace in DC. There's already a car waiting for you because the program has assets. The program does what it can for its people, and they have prepped you with everything you need. And since this is a brand new area that you guys are in, I am going to need a drive roll.
Okay. I don't drive.
Unless for some reason you're
It's a sit. It's a 60 out of 60.
It does take you a little bit of getting used to the streets because this is nothing like New York. This is nothing like Seattle. But you do eventually find your way, and you, as the car pulls up across the street from 1099 H Washington D.C., you guys see this large. You can tell it's been renovated too. A 3-story row house that was probably built 200 years ago, close to it, 150, 200 years ago. And it just kind of looms over you guys, knowing that this is your destination.
I think Yuri's probably just in the zone.
What time is it at this point?
It's the middle of the afternoon, probably around 2 o'clock.
Okay. Are we going straight there?
Finished the when I reported at HQ beforehand. No, we're HQ knows we're here. So I drive.
The door opens to the car. You guys get out. You guys look up at a row house that was built in the late 1800s. As it looms over you guys, you'll take a breath. The air it smells and feels different here in DC. You look around, you do see a few sporadic trees along the sidewalks, small trees that are just like little things to help the vibe a little bit. I don't know what DC looks like. I've never been there. I'm assuming that it's kind of like Main Street Humboldt in a way, where plants in the sidewalk, little small trees every few feet or so. Nice street lamps, because it's DC. It's probably really nice. Why would our country's capital look like crap? Just really old buildings in this neighborhood too. But you followed clues from Reeves' house, the attack on Wells, even your handlers. Somehow, this place is at the center. You don't know if this is your final destination, but it feels finite. That you're going to find some very important information here. So once you guys get inside, tell me what's your plan.
How are we doing this, Dragunov? What's my role?
Are you familiar with Russian military exploits of World War II?
Yeah, I'm an expert.
Fantastic. Then you'll know. I would hope that you are, because it seems that many of the things that we have done since we started this, you're quite familiar with. So I'm going to make it down very simple. We're going to blow up this building.
You're gonna blow up the.
Do we even know if they're in it?
I don't care if they're in it. They are. This is Delta Green, and we are tasked with making sure that exposure to the public is limited. Exposure has been brought up too much already. These people have consistently, time and time again, been brought up on their report. They are involved. They are seedy. They are shady. This is not good. And possibly also associated with a rival organization. That alone classifies for a complete obliteration, complete extermination, if you will.
And how do we know if we have the bad guys or not?
Sometimes they're casualties.
How do we know if they got away?
Well, we're going to go in. We have to set charges. We're not going to just blow up a whole city block. We're trying to eliminate one building. So we are going to have to be tactful. We're going to have to be cunning. You're going to have to use your little head, your happy head. Okay? And you need to ask happy questions. And let the Dragonov take care of explosives.
So let me get this straight. The plan is that you guys are gonna go in. Yuri's gonna sneak around the building setting charges and pipe bombs while Quinn and
You got it. You got it.
Okay. I was not expecting that. I was really not expecting that, but okay. But I should have seen that coming, because your guys' go-to is just blow it up or set it on fire. I should have seen that coming, but I did not see that coming. Okay, I am going to need a group roll.
So we're all rolling?
Search. No, I need the person with the highest search.
Oh, you're
Actually, the lowest, because that's how group rolls work. The lowest search.
all right. Mine's 25.
It detects any kind of surveillance equipment and stuff like that. Plus 40 to plus 30 to the score. So you'll be at a 50.
Wait, what?
You get a plus 30 to your score because they're assisting you.
Okay. Is mine the lowest? Mine's 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're so easily the lowest. Mine's 80.
So
Yeah,
48 over 55.
First thing you notice is that this is definitely an old building. Find no detectable alarm system, just normal doors. You see some cameras, probably just for like basic security, but you can already tell just based on that, it's probably not going to be easy to sneak around this place. There's already surveillance on the outside. And this is just going to be for Yuri, because you're going to be going in, and with explosives hidden on you, I'm going to need a stealth roll from you. And considering you're going to be carrying a significant amount, while probably wearing a suit, because you're under the guise of federal agents, I'm going to give it a minus 20. Stealth.
It's a 600. It's a 6.
A 6?
Yeah, it was 50 minus 20 would be 30, so it'd still be.
How to fail?
No, I don't. I could take a picture.
The
Like,
entirety of the year that we've been playing this campaign, you only fail to roll like maybe 4 times.
yep, something like that.
Position a bunch of pipe bombs, C4, along the inseams of your jacket and your clothes to like kind of like they in media when they're wearing the wire where you can't really see the wire. You're just covered in explosive detonation clay and the like. And you step out and it's like nothing's there. It's not a critical, so if somebody is really paying attention, they'd probably be able to see that you're carrying something that you probably shouldn't, because you're probably a little bit bulkier than you normally are with all of that on you. Especially considering this is I don't know what. I'm actually going to Google it real quick. What a row house looks like. It's literally those like England style, no alleyways in between them houses. It's a 3-story like New York style apartment building, if that makes sense. Like it is squished together. There is just different colored buildings, like Bob's Burgers, if that makes sense. But there's no alleyway in between them. I forgot
In
that.
that case, it wouldn't be like blowing stuff up. He just wants to continue to this thing, minimal damage, so it would be more like a scorched earth. We would try to burn it. At least burn that section, of like the fire could spread as badly. Military science.
This is exactly the skill you need. Give me that roll.
It's 36 under 40.
Just bare. But yeah, you are pretty fine. The perfect points to blow up this building. This probably isn't the first time you've had to do something like this with working with spetsnaz like you did before coming over to Delta Green. You won't need as much as you as originally thought. Like you only have like a few bombs placed on you instead of like packed up.
Yeah.
You can definitely strategically place stuff along there with another good roll for explosives. But you guys go in together. You guys you look right across, and there's a secretary's desk, and there's a young lady sitting there.
Welcome to Arctic Silverman and Green. How may I help you?
This young lady wearing, from what you can see over the desk, a white, like very frou-frou blouse. She has her hair put up into a nice backwards bun. She's wearing gold hoop earrings, nails done up, and she's chewing some gum at the same time.
It would not be Yuri who would be talking to anybody.
While this is going on, can I run a program off my phone to try and get it into their system?
This is what you do. Actually, your computer's
Yeah.
80, right?
82, and I rolled a 48.
Get into their system, no issues. Once you can easily access granted.
Yeah, I just want to like pull as much information out of their system as possible and download it, like route it to my cloud server or whatever the fuck. So I have 40 plus Connie 60, and I rolled a 50 and a 0.
They probably do, because this is a law firm. They have to protect a lot of very important data. He has no idea you're on his system.
Yeah, bitch. Fucking
Not Mr. Robot. That guy has no idea that you have just gone on.
Am I supposed to just be distracting, or am I supposed to be getting some kind of information?
We're trying to make sure that we're trying to make sure that the big heads that we're trying to ultimately kill are in the building.
Okay.
So you're trying to particularly find out if the big three are here to kill them. You're not trying to get any other information.
I mean, if we can't get other information, that's like an optional objective to the main quest, if that makes sense.
But that's part of it while I'm hacking in.
Yeah.
Is try to get as much. And I'll lean over and like show Yuri my screen to show him that I'm getting into the system.
He just kind of gives you like a thumbs up because like he doesn't want to give himself away with his accent.
Are any of you going to speak?
Hi, yes. Hi, my name's Harper. I am with the City Planning Commission. And I need to talk to the people in charge of this building. I've called several times, but I can't seem to get a meeting. And I need to talk to somebody, or we're going to have to start sending fines. 16 over 73.
Silverman is not in today.
I'm gonna quirk an eyebrow, I'm gonna quirk an eyebrow at Dragunov. I kind of want to try to convey with looking at him, like, do we need to change tactics? Like, we could take him out in the meeting, or are we going ahead? Like, so I don't know if you would pick up on that, or if I would be good at portraying that. And a look.
He's sitting there listening, and he's probably thinking he needs to change the tactics too. Like maybe like he's thinking like poison or something. Maybe like cyanide poison induced drink or something. Like he's trying to think on the fly.
So if not, I know I'll go ahead and tell her that we want the meeting, I would think.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be. Yes, please, as soon as possible.
Hold on 1 second, yes, sweetie. Picks up the phone, presses the number. Yeah, Mr. Mox, I'm sorry to disturb you. To see you, Silverman and... Why he again? He just wants to know before I send him up there. Send you up there. You said something about
Yeah, we there was some updated permits that needed sent in, and we sent several notices and have gotten no response.
saying something. Yeah, for the building. Is this about the recent renovations?
Yes.
It's the second door on the right. It'll be facing the front of the building because he likes looking out at the street.
Great. Thank you so
You kind of makes Yuri kind of makes a look at them like he has to like go to the bathroom, like just kind of like a notion like he needs to go to the restroom and be like, like get the information where a bathroom is.
I'll tell you see what you got before
I just have English and Russian is it. My Russian is at 100% and my English is at 80%.
to get that across. I don't think that they'd be able to just look at you.
28.
Yeah,
28.
You're able to pull off some sort of like nudie say to do that. There's one right around the corner right before you reach the stairs.
Much obliged.
And the two of them just turn and look at you. And I know they do. I don't even have to ask the two of you. I know you two of you just look at them like,
What the fuck?
exactly.
I'm gonna turn to the like receptionist and also be like, sorry, doll, we can't all be classy, and like give her a little wink and a chuckle, like kind of apologizing for my coworker.
I don't forget.
I'm a little afraid he wants to blow me up.
No. It's I'm going to also text Jeffrey privately so that way he knows what I'm planning. But there's a reason I have to go to the bathroom because we just talked.
Yeah, just send it to me in a personal DM.
On Discord and it's a text message.
So we found Marcus is the only one in the building.
Yeah. The colonel, about an hour, Silverman and her.
Silverman's not in. And what's the other guy? Green.
There you go.
I think next time while Yuri's playing with himself in the bathroom, I'm gonna look at schedules.
Because you and I both know Yuri would probably have that with his field. Call it a napalm.
As we're walking too, I don't know if I need to note it now, but I'd like to be like pulling up like generic DocuSign kind of things. Like so if I have to buy time with like paperwork for like building permits and stuff like that. Kind of like how they have generic leases and stuff.
For you all, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for choosing Family Questscape over every other adult screen actual play out there right now. And if you want to get your own copy of the Player's Handbook or this really cool Delta Green collector's box that has the Handler's Guide and the Agent's Handbook, you could get one off of Amazon or directly off of Art Dream Publishing's website. If you just want a PDF, you could go to DriveThruRPG, a great website to get all your tabletop needs. I'm G.A. Charlton, your handler. Thank you yet again, and we'll see you next time.